Good morning, everyone. We are back to Ango, and this is day 14 of Sacramento Buddhist Church Ango. We are going to chant Sanbutsuge, so please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Nam. お元気一人無国行善妙無用当社日月満日修行営業開始のんぺい有脈十目如来予言調整無輪小学大音コール実法開門精進三昧知恵徳無量修正慶右人大前年小仏法海愚人人の愚語外大無明欲ぬ生尊用無人の死死人徳無量空君広大知恵人妙光明意祖神道大仙願が差仏在所法可動生じ未不下脱不正上位会銀精進行税三昧知恵以上合成特物不行志願一切空空義左大安慶死有仏百千億万無量大小修行五弱用一切死と小仏不行愚道見性不逆非行五弱小仏世界不可月無修説の光明師匠変死小国行税精進偉人難量量が差仏国土第一号宗奇妙道場超絶国行内音義務闘争が東愛民道達二歳実法来所 新年少女意とが国下落安穏公文神妙是が心象本願の日力少々欲実法生存知恵無下上量子孫知が信用軽量心死食毒中画行精進人流系ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブ生存が一心奇妙人実法無下公如来願生安楽公ナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツSo, Master Tanlang quoted the 22nd vow in his commentary twice. One is in the explication of the fulfillment of the adornments of the virtue, sustaining without any futility. And there is a quote of the vow in the section called verifying other power by taking up the three relevant vows. And the intent of quoting these passages differs, so we will see what Master Tanlan's intent was. But first, what is the fulfillment of the adornment of the virtue sustaining without any futility means? And I think we need to read this section before we actually discuss the intent of Master Tanlang here. And I had put the kanji character in the slide, but it is too tiny, so let me enlarge them so you can see it. And according to the late Reverend Senye Inagi, Fukosa means that the primal vow of Amida had established without any futility. And Juji means not differ, not extinct, not scattered, not lost. And Kudoku means virtue, and Joju means fulfillment. And the treatise on the Pure Land discusses the 29 adornments of the Pure Land, Amida Buddha, and Bodhisattvas. And this fulfillment of the adornments of the virtue, sustaining without any futility, is the last of the 8 adornments of Amida Buddha. And if you have the Pure Land Writings 1, it is listed on page 97. And in the treatise, it said, contemplating the power of the Buddha's primal vow, I see that no one who encounters it passes by in vain. It quickly brings to fullness and perfection the great treasure ocean of virtues. So the first two lines of the verses in the treatise is expressing the primal vow had established without any futility. And second two is expressing sustaining. We can quickly attain the fullness and perfection of the great treasure ocean of virtue, which is the Buddhahood, through the power of Amida Buddha's primal vow. And this is why it is called the fulfillment of the adornment of the virtue, sustaining without any futility. And the commentary on the treatise stated, the fulfillment of the virtue of sustaining without any futility refers to the power of Amida Tathagata's primal vow. The meaning of sustaining without futility will be revealed by briefly illustrating with examples the sentient being's activities are futile and cannot be sustained. So Master Tanlan clearly states that the fulfillment of the virtue of sustaining without any futility refers to the primal vow of Amida Buddha. And then he quotes two parables from Chinese classics. And I will omit the actual parables, but he described how we cannot keep anything in this world even though we thought we owned it. But next passage is really important, so let me quote the passage again. Sustaining without any futility is based on the 48 vows that Dharmakara Bodhisattva made in the past in the causal stage and on Amida Tathagata's transcendent powers really working in the present. The vow gives rise to the power. The power fulfills the vow. The vow has not been made in vain. The power has not been actualized in futility. The power and the vow accord with each other and are never in conflict. Hence, the fulfillment of this virtue. So the primal vow is sustaining without any futility because the vow gives rise to the power and the power fulfills the vow. And the vow has not been made in vain. The power has not been actualized in futility. And now the treatise said, when they see the Buddha, the Bodhisattvas, who have yet to realize pure mind will ultimately attain the Dharma body of equality. They will ultimately realize tranquility and equality like the Bodhisattvas of pure mind or the Bodhisattvas of higher stages. And Master Tana explains this passage in his treatise. Dharma body of equality refers to Bodhisattvas of the 8th stage or above, who have bodies arising from Dharma nature. The Dharma body of equality is a Dharma body of tranquility and equality. Because they realize this Dharma of tranquility and equality, they are termed Dharma body of equality. Because Bodhisattvas of Dharma body equality attains it, it is called Dharma of tranquility and equality. These Bodhisattvas attain the samadhi called arising as the fruit of Dharma body. So simply, the Bodhisattvas of the lower stages see Amida Buddha, and through the power of the primal vow of Amida Buddha, the Bodhisattva ultimately be equal in body and Dharma to all the Bodhisattvas of the higher stages. And after a few questions and answers, Master Tanlan quotes the 22nd vow. And the word ultimately sounds like going through the regular process of moving forward step by step. But in the treatise, it said, quickly brings to fullness and perfection. And Master Tanlan is seeing the authority in the 22nd vow. The Bodhisattva who see Amida Buddha do not go through the regular steps of Bodhisattva path. The Bodhisattvas of the lower stages be equal to the Bodhisattvas of the higher stages, because the 22nd vow said, such Bodhisattvas surpass those in the ordinary Bodhisattva stages in carrying out practices. In reality, they cultivate the virtue of Samantabhadra. So Master Tanlan quoted the 22nd vow to prove that the Bodhisattvas who encounter the power of the primal vow surpasses the regular Bodhisattvas and surpass the stages of the Bodhisattva path. And just like the vow passage, it is difficult to see the interpretation of the aspect for our returning from Master Tanlan's intent of quoting the 22nd vow in here. And this is the second discussion of this rondai. And we will study the third discussion of this rondai, discussing the intent of Master Tanlan, quoting the 22nd vow in the section of the 3 relevant vows. So I hope today's explanation helped. And in closing, please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. This concludes today's morning service, and I hope you will have a wonderful day today and hope to see you tomorrow morning. So thank you for attending today's service.